People. Que pasa, sakpa, say what they do. Welcome to Crime Time News, where the difference is in the meds. Call it news with a buzz. The picture that you see on your screen, this is the JCF, Jamaica Constabulary Force, making you know, listen, whenever you see the po-po pon them job, on their job, do not intervene, do not stop, do not block, do not interfere with the po-po in the process of their job. Now people, why I say damage control, and it is more than coincidental, we know that the JCF, they've been on some sorts of social media campaign. So therefore, when I saw this, I wondered, what type of message are they sending? You could see clearly this officer with a very serious look on her face is sending out a message to somebody. And then I said to myself, rather strange, more than coincidental. There's a video that is circulating all over social media. There are a couple of short ones, and then there's one about 2 minutes and 47 seconds. In this 2 minutes and 47 second clip, you could see that there was some sort of traffic infraction. The po-po pulled over a man, elderly man, big strapped in man, look like him about 60, could be 50 with whole heap of hard life. The man was pretty much restrained. One po-po had him, not sure if he had on any sort of handcuff behind him. However, the officers were speaking to him, and then the female officer that is in the video was also talking to him. Don't know exactly what he said, don't know exactly what she said. However, I saw clearly in that video that him clawed the lady across her face, in box her. That is what we call it in Jamaican term. Now remember, this man was held by some other po-po, male po-po. Obviously he was not restrained because, like me say, him give the lady a box across her face. Now people, when him box this po-po, this female po-po, I thought that it was rather disrespectful. However, when I saw this lady po-po got in her feelings, walked towards the driver's side or passenger side of the door of the po-po vehicle in which they were trying to put the man at the back seat, he was putting up some sorts of resistance. Then she knelt on the seat, and then she reached over in the back seat, only to see her emerging or exiting the vehicle with one of those new button. You know them new button there? It seems as if you press some sorts of button and then you get the extender button. Metal, fiberglass or steel, me don't know where make it up, maybe a combination of all three. And then this lady comments to beating this man, clotting this man up so very badly. I thought that I was watching some sorts of video, some sorts of apartheid video from back in the 60s or something like that. She was dealing with this man rather badly. Now people, like me say, I don't know the reason for the stop, don't know the traffic infraction, don't know what was said. Just based on what I saw on the video, that is exactly what I am commenting on. That is my opinion. Now people, like me say, the man was wrong when he initially clawed the lady in her face. So therefore, we cannot justify that. We cannot defend that. However, in my estimation, there were at least 2 or 3 other po-po, male po-po, same sorts of body like the man. However, you could hear, based on what the people out there were saying, and people, you cannot take what people are saying into context, because sometimes people don't like the po-po, justifiably sometimes, and sometimes they are just biased. There is a definite no sorts of respect for a lot of persons, especially from the garrison and the popo, so therefore them live like puss and dog. However, my point is this: to what extent are you going to clot the man that people have to intervene? Is as if you are in your feelings. Yes, the man disrespected you very, very badly. And people, what makes a popo different than you and I? They are trained, they are public servant. The things that you and I probably would not tolerate, them know say upon the job, them have to be professional. So therefore, if a situation is out of hand and this man is being aggressive continuously, that means that after him box you, him still try to attack you and you're defending yourself. Nothing wrong with that. However, when you get so upset, go into the vehicle, pull out the button and then clot the man until you were pretty much restrained before you stop. And even when people are restraining you, you was pretty much fighting off or pushing off your co-workers and other persons that was there with mind or sense, and I tell you to stop. As a matter of fact, people try hold you, and even me see some people try hold you, and then you turn around and start clot these people up. You had to be restrained once again. And people putting it into context. The popo, they have a very hard job. The popo are dealing with some dark, ignorant people who act out all the time. So therefore, they are given basket for carry water. However, like I said, that is the difference between being professional and being unprofessional. You're supposed to have certain temperament, meaning certain attitude, certain calmness about you. So therefore, you should not melt under F-I-R-E. You know, say, listen, this is the environment in which I am working in. The place the popo force supposed to train you and make you know, say, listen, you're going to meet some people, them are going to do this, them are going to do that. In the line of your job, if your life is in danger, you are going to defend your life and the life of innocent citizens and your squaddies until DEATH. However, you are supposed to de-escalate a situation. You are not supposed to make the situation worse than what it is. So therefore, you are not supposed to throw gasoline upon the F-I-R-E. Now people, I know that a lot of you Jamaicans are people that are going to listen to this are going to have opposite view than mine. But me just say, when I watch the video, based on the age of the man, don't know what the popo said to him, don't know what he said to the popo, don't know who was wrong. However, and people, I am not going to say that that is the case in this case. A lot of these little young popo, young boy, me go call them not have no manners. Them a talk to people that are their father and grandfather's age like them a talk to them schoolmate. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. When they gave you that badge, when them give you that gun and the government uniform, it is not for you to abuse the situation. It is for you to remain professional at all times. And people, it is easier for me to say because nobody never box me in my face. And people, whenever you slap somebody in them face or SPIT for anybody, it is very disrespectful. It might cause that person to get out of their element. However, the problem that I have is that when your own squaddies were trying to restrain you, when other persons were trying to restrain you, then you turn upon them. You could not be stopped. It shows that you definitely don't have the temperament to be an officer, or you need some sorts of psychological evaluation before them put you back upon the force, because you definitely have anger management problem, and it was quite obvious. So the fact that we live in a civilized society, supposedly, And there's a saying by some wise people that says, 2 wrong does not make a right. Who knows better, do better. Therefore, the popo is always supposed to be the professional in all of this. Does not sound rational, does not sound as if it is fair, but it is the way that it is supposed to be. So therefore, when I see a post like this, I know within myself it is not coincidental that them just make this. It shows you that the popo have made a decision, made a determination based on what they saw in the video. At the end of the day, it is the slap that initiated the whole thing. That is what is going to put this man in the wrong. That is why this man is not going to get any sort of justice. But me just say, as an officer, if you cannot be restrained by your squaddies, if you cannot be restrained by the people of the public, then who is going to talk to you? It shows that maybe you might need to be behind some sorts of desk. Maybe you might not be the most appropriate person for this job to deal with the public and people. I do not know this lady personally. Maybe she is the best or one of the nicest persons out there. However, she was pushed over the edge. But me just say, you cannot be allowed to push over the edge. You have to maintain your professionalism under FIRE, under all circumstances, as sad and as hard as it is to do. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. Bless up.